Don't you know you aren't supposed to stare like that?
I'll just be on my way to home is all.
Colored shacks down by the mill, I expect.
Yes'm.
How old are you?
I'll be 14 and 3 months last week.
You don't look but 10, that's all you are, isn't that so? Pretty cow you have.
Blossom? Yes'm. She be pretty. We best be heading on now.
You keep her healthy, she keep you healthy. That's what my pa always says. Cows are like gold.
Yes'm.
You hold that cow right, you hear?
I always be holding it right, Mr. Crooks. You knows that.
I don't want that cow eating out of my garden no more.
She got away that time. Besides, Mama pay you back.
Don't you back, sass.
You be a crazy man, Mr. Crooks.
Go on, get off my property.
This road here is free for everyone. You can't just
Go
tell
on,
me.
get out of here. Else I'll tell the sheriff you on my land. Your word against mine.
Who's that? It's just the wind, Sue Ellen. No!
His name was Linus Bragg. They stole his life. He was so young, no time to dream or plan. They stole his life, took him away. No chance to be a man. Home, home, God called him home. In God's arms he'll be. Home, home, God called him home. Now he's free. Home, home, God called him home. In God's arms he'll be.
Afternoon. Hey, boy, you a lifer?
So far.
I was in a big war. We won that one.
And when you came back, they gave you a big parade, right?
You got that one right. All we got now is long hair, free sex, and gook lovers.
Afternoon.
Talk like a white man. Must be from up north. Ain't no stranger. Didn't ask directions from nobody.
They stole his life. he was a boy. They know not what they do. They stole his breath, he closed his eyes, and then his life was through. Home, home, God called him home. In God's arms he'll be. Home, home, God called him home. Now he is free. Now he's free.
Yes, it's me, Mom.
They said you would never come back, but I know my boy.
Mama, I'm gonna call an ambulance.
What for?
I'm gonna get you in the hospital right away.
It's my time now.
Mama, please.
Don't want any more of this life.
What's this? What's that?
You're going off to school. And Linus always taking pictures.
Who took this picture?
I did. He made me.
I almost forgot.
They killed him.
I know, Mama.
They say he the one butchered those two little girls, but someone else the one, not Linus.
That's right, Mama.
They stole his life. Linus is waiting for me. Don't you see him? Standing right over there.
I see.
Make things right for Linus.
Okay, Mama. Promise?
And so, we lay to rest our beloved sister, Mattie Bragg. She was never able to overcome the injustice that took her son away from her. But at last, she'll be reunited with Linus and live forever in the house of the Lord. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Thank you, Reverend. God bless you. Good night.
Mr. Bragg, excuse me, sir. Just wanted to say how sorry I am about what happened. T.J. Campbell.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. I appreciate that.
Jimmy.
Hey, Junior. Well, you got your father's looks after all. And his badge.
Your mother was sick a long time. Probably for the best.
Probably.
You know, when I heard there was a Green Beret poking around town, an officer to boot, I figured it was you. I mean, how many of you boys we got, anyway?
How many you want?
Don't guess Crawfordville's changed all that much, has it?
Well, I don't know. Seems a whole lot smaller than I remember.
Well, maybe you just been in the big city too long. How much sick leave they give you?
10 days.
Well, maybe you ain't gonna have to spend it all down here then.
You never gave up, did you, Mama? You never gave up on Linus.
My name is Linus Bragg. I'm 14 years and 3 months old. I can read and write. And I do understand my rights. On the afternoon of Friday, March 28th last,
I saw two young white girls picking flowers down by the Campbell sawmill and made sexual advances to them. They resisted me, so I picked up a large stick and struck them both, Sue Ellen and Cindy Lou Ellaby, with deadly force. Now being in a panic, I threw their bodies into the river. Then I continued on my way to my mother's place with the family cow, which is what I was doing prior to this incident. I swear that I make this statement of my own free will, signed, Linus Bragg. Sheriff Stoker, are you certain that the defendant wrote this of his own free will?
I am.
Sure, Linus. Of your own free will. And in your own words, too. Hey, Junior, open up. We got a problem here. Junior?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Sign says colored.
Haven't you ever heard of civil rights? Everybody can use the main entrance.
Well, don't that beat all? Sheriff Stoker here?
Who wants to know?
So who wrote the confession?
Signature says Linus Bragg.
Who wrote the confession?
My pa more than likely had to help him with a little clarification of the facts, but my pa had a certain way of doing things when he was sheriff. So do I.
Is there a statute of limitations on homicide in this state?
Open homicide. Your brother's case been closed a long time.
Yeah. I'm reopening it.
That's how.
Yeah. This isn't a confession. This is a death warrant.
Well, what do you expect me to do about it?
Help me clear my brother's name, Sheriff.
Just like that?
Yeah. Just like that.
Jimmy, let me tell you something. You come down here after, what is it, 30 years? And you start talking to me about murder and open homicide? And you expect me to turn back the clock and exonerate poor little Linus?
My brother was murdered.
You've been away a long time. You ought to touch it, boy.
Yeah. But I try my best to keep it that way.
You know all about it, do you? How your brother was murdered? Prove it.
I will. With or without you. Excuse me. I need to look through the records of a murder trial that took place here some years ago.
Archives in the basement.
Thank you.
Do you have an appointment with Cassie?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything in particular? You're just browsing.
Something in particular. Ah, you must be Cassie. This may come as a shock, but I don't have an appointment.
You're a newspaper reporter, aren't you?
My face give me away?
Oh, your accent. Not for a newspaper man from up north to have stepped foot in Crawfordville, you know.
I don't imagine there's been very many.
You can try and go through the stacks by yourself, but I've been trying to reorganize them now for 2 months, and I still don't know where everything is.
Well, I think I can find what I'm looking for.
Well, I doubt it. The previous recorder was a very fine old gentleman who never put anything in any kind of order.
And how did you luck out?
Death. Fine old gentleman smoked one cigar too many. Left me with 60 years of records to figure out.
Well, I won't need all 60. Just one.
Found what you wanted? Close in 5 minutes.
These books, are you certain they cover all of 1934?
I'm positive. What month was the trial?
October 28th.
There wasn't any trial on that day.
Well, I have a newspaper article that says that there was.
Transcripts must be missing. This young boy was the defendant?
Linus Bragg.
What happened to him?
He was electrocuted for murder.
He couldn't have been more than 10 or 11 years old.
He was 14. And I believe he was innocent.
Apparently someone else didn't. Here it is. October 28, 1934, trial by jury of one Linus Bragg. The Honorable Judges Dorbolt presiding. Defense attorney received $10. Court steno 410. The jurors walked away with 35 cents apiece.
Court steno. That means there had to be a trial transcript.
Not on record. Which is highly unusual.
Is Judge Bolt still alive?
Oh, no. They named a street after him. They don't do that around here unless you're dead.
It's 5 o'clock. Is everything all right there, Cassie?
We're on our way up right now.
I'd like to be able to go through some more files in the morning if I could.
Yes, of course. Mr.
Bragg. James Bragg. Linus was my older brother.
Men. Currently, about 464,000 Americans are serving in Vietnam. A tremendous price was paid by Americans yesterday.
Who is it?
Miss Bragg? I need to speak with you, sir, please.
Oh, Mr. Campbell.
You ever see anyone toss straw that far?
No, can't say that I have.
Well, I can't be letting anyone catch me talking with you like this.
There's no one out here.
Please, sir, I'm taking a chance just being here. There's something I gotta get off my chest about your brother. I tried to talk to you at the funeral. Come in.
How'd you know where to find me?
Go. Nothing happened in Crawfordville, but well, everyone knows. I helped coordinate a sit-in a while back for the Freedom Riders over at the cafe.
It must have made you pretty popular around here.
About as popular as a bad cold. Yeah. I lived here all my life, don't remember you. I should have remembered about your brother. It's just something that's been inside me all these years. I believe I can be some help to you, but if the wrong people find out about it.
Nobody needs to know anything, Mr. Campbell.
TJ. Everybody calls me that.
All right. TJ, I can use all the help I can get. Sit down.
Oh, no, sir. I was still awful young myself at the time, but it seemed to me like your brother wasn't any more than just a scrawny little kid.
It seemed a lot bigger than that to me. So, what's been on your mind all these years, TJ?
Well, at the time, more than just a few of us figured your brother never was big enough to do what they said he did. And then we got to wondering about Dexter Cody. Old Dex, he had this thing about Negroes. You know, all them young girls there in Shantytown.
Old Dex used to like to bed down young black girls?
You bet. Every single one he could get his hands on. He'd just take them.
How young?
Well, not too much older than them two little white girls. So we began to think maybe he tried something with them.
Well, why didn't you go to the sheriff back then?
Me? Well, no punk 18-year-old's gonna tell Hiram Stoker his deputies may be fooling around with kids.
You tell me that my brother may have died because nobody had guts enough to stand up to the sheriff?
Well, I wasn't the only one. You have to understand them times. Truth be known, old Dex still sends a shiver down my spine.
Dexter Cody is still alive and here in Crawfordville?
I hope you ain't thinking of going over his place.
Do you know where he lives?
Old Dex talking to a black man? Huh. Well, you living in the twilight zone.
Deputy Cody. Gotta be a sign out there on the road in case you missed it.
I want to talk to you. Crack the shotgun, pull the shells out one at a time where I can see them.
You're a hell of a way to start a conversation, mister.
I want to talk to you about a murder.
Sure, I got lots of them to talk about.
1934, 2 white girls, children.
Boy did it, beat him Desmond Club.
How do you know the boy did it?
I'm gonna turn around, mister, see who it is I'm talking with. Gun stays broke, okay?
Turn very slowly.
Army's gone to hell, that's for sure. How'd I know he did it? Well, see, he signed a confession.
Were there any other suspects other than Linus?
What we need other suspects for? He signed a confession. There was a witness.
There was a witness that saw Linus kill those 2 girls?
Crippled up. Elijah lives by himself down by the river. Here you are asking all these questions. I don't know the hell why.
It's my business.
You one of them up believe everything that Martin Luther fella tells you on TV? They don't hold a truck down here, boy.
I'm the one with the gun.
Well, you got that one right. You're really something coming in here like this.
You used to like to go to Shantytown and taste, didn't you?
Had me a good time now and again.
Like the little black girls, didn't you?
Sure as hell did.
How about a little white girl? What about two?
Dex, who's that you talking with?
My wife stays out of this here. No one! He's leaving her now. We're gonna have at it sooner or later.
You can count on it.
Dex, who was that?
Dead man.
I told you the records are off limits to unauthorized personnel. You might as well just go back where you came from.
I'm from here.
Not anymore.
Will you please let me see Cassie?
You think you're so superior showing up here after all this time, gonna make things right. All you're gonna do is make trouble for us.
Listen, all I want is 2 minutes with Cassie. I promise I will leave the basement after that.
She isn't in the basement.
Well,
Charlene, here's your 2 over.
Thanks, I'll be right there. There you go, hon.
Sorry I missed our appointment this morning. Is the coffee any good? Coffee, please.
He's got some.
I've been on time, but I had a meeting I simply couldn't break.
I don't think you entirely appreciate the problems you're causing.
Do you know a man by the name of Dexter Cody?
Yes, everybody knows Dex.
And does everybody know that Dexter Cody is a child molester? Thank you. Does it ever occur to anyone that maybe, just maybe, my brother Linus was nothing more than just a cover-up?
You seem to have reached a rather dramatic conclusion after only a few days, Mr. Bragg.
Yeah. Maybe I'm the only one who's just taking the time or the trouble to dig deeper than a frightened little black boy.
But not. Court stenographer died in 1948. 1 or 2 of the jurors might still be alive. I couldn't find out where. The defense attorney moved to Charleston soon after the trial, never came back. He still lives there.
You must have gone through an awful lot of trouble to dig this up. Why?
Wanted to find out if it was true. They really did execute an innocent 14-year-old boy.
And?
I was born and raised in South Carolina, Mr. Bragg.
I have to believe that the law took its proper course. And before you start throwing out any more accusations, you might consider getting a few facts.
You got it, Lane.
May I help you?
My name is Mr. Lewis. I called about a meeting with Judge Brickstone.
Oh, yes, you're from Historical Register magazine. Your Honor, the gentleman who's doing the article on Charleston is here.
Send him in.
Yes, sir. Go right in, Mr. Lewis.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Well, so you're interested in knowing all about my renovation of this building, Mr. Lewis? You can sit down. I might have a very interesting story for you.
You certainly have a lot of pictures here, Judge Brickstone.
I've known my fair share of politicians over the years. Not all of them somebody I'd like to meet in a dark alley. But you won't quote me on that now, will you? Now, where would you like to start? The furnishings?
How about Crawfordville?
Crawfordville? What on earth for?
You used to be a lawyer in Crawfordville, didn't you?
Ancient history. Nasty little backwater town. Nasty people.
Nasty murders, too.
I'm not sure how all that ties in with my renovation.
It doesn't.
Then what exactly is your business with me, sir?
Linus Bragg. Remember him? You might be interested in what I have to say.
You are aware that I am a judge. Now, Miss Conway, I want you to telephone my...
Much rather talk with you than the newspaper.
Yes, Judge?
Telephone my barber, tell him I'm running a little later than usual.
You recognize that?
That is the confession of that little boy.
Yes. That Negro boy, Linus Bragg. You were his defense attorney?
I was appointed to be his attorney, yes.
Well, why don't you ever file an appeal or something?
On what grounds?
Well, he was facing the electric chair. Anybody could tell that he couldn't have written that confession.
Well, we were kind of up against it. That was an election year. Nobody from the governor on down wanted to have anything to do with this case. My hands were tied.
But did you ever speak with Linus about the murders?
Well, of course I did on several occasions.
Judge, what did he tell you?
That was 30 or more years ago. You expect me to remember his very words?
Yes.
He said, I think he said he didn't mean it.
Didn't mean what?
Didn't mean to look at the two little white girls.
Didn't mean to look at them, is that all?
You must understand, in those days, getting caught looking at a white woman was going to get a beating or worse.
Was there any evidence against Linus other than this confession?
Eyewitness. He placed Linus near the scene of the crime.
So he didn't actually see Linus and the two girls together?
He saw him near enough to the scene of the crime to convince a jury. If you had seen the pictures of those two little girls, you'd have found Linus guilty yourself.
There were photographs?
Horrible things, just horrible. Hey. Pictures of their little broken bodies, their heads crushed by blows from a huge piece of wood. Tree branch, most likely.
Big as a tree branch, huh? You really think that Linus was strong enough to do that? You threw him away, didn't you? His life didn't mean a damn thing to you.
I did the best I could.
Yeah. It was an election year.
Mr. Crooks?
Who's that?
You probably won't remember me, but you might remember my brother, Linus Bragg.
I don't see so good no more. Come on closer where I can get a look. You tell Linus to keep a hold of that cow, yeah? I don't want that cow in my garden no more.
Yes, sir. I surely will.
Think you're smart with all that back sass. Telling me the road's for everybody. Just back sass all it is.
Yes, sir. You hear about those two white girls that got killed not too far from here?
Them two? Just down the road there, about a mile. I don't fish that spot no more. Bad luck.
Was Linus was down there the day those girls was killed?
I see them on my road there. Him, that cow. Now, white man, I got no choice. He go where he please.
You remember seeing a white man on the road that day?
He the one.
He's the one what?
He's the one.
Mr. Crooks, was there a white man with those two little girls?
Supposed to say.
Well, you help me. I'll help you.
Lord, I ain't gonna get in any more trouble, is I?
Oh, times have changed. The law protects us now. Mr. Crooks, was there a white man with those two little girls?
He told me not to say nothing to nobody.
Well, you've already told me about Linus.
No, not Linus. I can talk about Linus.
What, the white man? Made you promise?
Can't talk about the white man.
What's going on, Junior?
Shut up and get in the car.
What?
You heard the sheriff move. Inside. Get on in.
How you be, old man?
Just fine, sir. Every day's a new day.
This man here didn't bother you none?
No, sir.
Nice talking to you again, Elijah. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
It was a white man.
A white man? Not your brother killed them two little girls?
That's right.
I don't suppose you know who it might be.
Well, Dexter Cody likes little girls. Why don't you talk to him?
You're not gonna get away with this.
What?
Dexter knew how to use a shotgun. Ain't as if you just fall on it by accident.
What are you talking about? What?
Miss Cody, is this the man you heard threaten your husband?
Yes, that's him.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, but you got it all wrong. Look, do to me what you did to my brother. Junior, you're wrong.
I'm sorry, man.
Sheriff Stoker waiting on you.
What were you doing, harassing our illustrious native son, Judah Brickstone?
He was Linus's attorney. I asked him a few questions. He gave me a few simple answers.
Find anything out?
I wouldn't want him to defend me.
Jimmy, you know, it's lucky for you you were in Charleston when old Dex fell on that shotgun. Mark, you can take them handcuffs off. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, sir. What makes you believe that this was an accident?
Sit down. You know, Jimmy, you got me thinking maybe we got us a problem here after all. Anyway, you're free to leave.
Crawfordville?
That is the general idea.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite ready to leave yet.
Jimmy, you're gonna get me all worried again.
Well, there's still some things about this I don't understand.
Well, that's one thing we do have in common.
You want another?
Surprise me.
Elijah Crooks.
The one-armed old bastard out by the river?
Claims to have seen a white man on the road the day the girls were killed. I thought he meant Dexter Cody. I could be wrong.
How long you been an officer?
15 years.
A little late starting out, weren't you?
Late bloomer.
Must have done pretty good, making bird colonel in the Green Beret.
Piece of cake.
Probably just as well. Might not have amounted to much if you'd hung around here. I remember you, Jimmy, before you went north on us.
I sure remember your father. He used to scare the hell out of me, man.
Scared the hell out of me, too.
Tell me about Linus.
Him and me, we were about the same age. He was a lot smaller than me, of course. Well, the trouble started. He used to hang around in downtown just like the rest of us boys did. Didn't mix, but he'd wave. If he'd been white, we'd have probably been friends. Truth be told, I wish I could wipe Linus out of my mind.
Elijah do anything else besides fish?
Well, he used to work in the mill till he lost his arm in one of them bandsaws. He lived here in this company shack then. Must have felt sorry for him, arm and all.
Bait's still on the hook.
Must have caught a big one.
It's too big.
Bragg.
You like hanging out in patrol colors?
You won't tell Sheriff Stoke on me, will you?
There's not much to do around here after the sun goes down, is it?
You have to admit you have brought a kind of excitement to Crawfordville. Not to mention dead bodies.
You've been in Crawfordville all your life?
I went to college in Aiken. Lived there with my husband till the divorce and... Why?
I don't think you should have come back here.
I heard you talk to Dex and Elijah.
More or less.
2 people dead. Worth it so far?
Well, for the person who murdered them, in all likelihood, yes.
I heard it was an accident.
Well, in Dexter's case, possibly. But Elijah was strangled from behind with his own fishing line. He was dead before he went into the river.
You trying to frighten me?
Have you done anything you should be frightened about?
Talking to you, aren't I?
Cassie? What are you doing here?
You told Mama you'd be home for dinner. She got worried.
So we drove around till we found your car.
No secrets in Crawfordville.
I somehow missed the connection.
I didn't know how to tell you that the sheriff and all them old newspaper photographs was my grandfather. Then I sort of lost the courage.
Hope you don't feel the same way about Linus.
I think you know how I feel.
We're gonna go home now, Jimmy.
Good night.
Good night.
Not allowed to use terms like that anymore.
Terms?
So colored. We use black now.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's like the VC over in Vietnam. You can't say in the papers these days. What the hell else you supposed to call the Viet Cong?
How about the enemy? Theo J. Campbell, 18, and friend Luke Reddy, also 18. Found the club used in the vicious murders of the Ellaby girls, according to Campbell, whose wealthy family owns and operates the sawmill. The two youths were walking along the levee when they spied the bloodied piece of wood hidden in the bushes.
Who's out there?
James Bragg. Aren't you going to invite me in?
This place ain't what it was, but then not a whole lot of folks drop by anymore.
But they used to?
When the family meant something to Crawfordville, the mill.
What happened to all of that?
Oh, our mill supplied hardwood to build warships, starting with the Confederacy, straight through to Department of the Navy. And then come metal hulls.
Thanks.
Now the mill's gone, and family's all gone. Friends are gone. The oak to the bottom dropped out of the market. Our mill was the next best thing to a plantation. Worked them blacks cradle to grave. Well, that's why I did what I did with it. Them freedom riders and all. And I was just trying to apologize.
Sure must have disappointed a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. I disappointed them plenty. I've been disappointing them all my life. My daddy, worst of all. He damn near cut me out of his will. Well, most folks around here wish he was still around instead of me. You driving in like this ain't gonna help matters any.
Oh, I wouldn't follow.
Yeah? Don't be too sure. What is it you really after?
Oh, you know that club that was used to kill the Ellaby girl?
Yeah.
You never told me you found it.
A week after the murders. Had their blood dried all over.
Big as a tree branch, huh?
Could have been. I don't remember.
Well, what about your buddy, Luke Reddy? Do you think he might remember?
Luke Reddy's no friend of mine.
No?
Luke's Klan.
Oh. Was he Klan back then?
He was one wanted to lynch your brother. You know, there's something I never did understand about that. How he come across that bloody piece of wood when nobody else could find it. Never did think much about that at the time.
Make a mess out of my hair, huh? I have to take them out. Yes, yes.
Up. And the ball's in. The butt's laid down.
Hi, Daddy. Ball game pretty good today, is it? Y'all been taking that medicine they're supposed to give you? Your glass here is empty. Look what I brought. No, it'll make it taste a little bit better. All right, just a minute now. Gotta put some medicine in it, Daddy. Here you go, Daddy. Oh. Attaboy. Oh, that's good, that's good. I got some bad news, Daddy. Deputy Cody passed away. I'm sorry. I know you two shared some real good times. But death comes to all of us who have patience. Didn't you always laugh when you told me that? Got me to thinking about that time you took me to the execution. That young boy, about my age, Linus Bragg. I was trying to remember whether it was Dex or you that got that boy to confess. Did you all have any other suspects besides him?
You hungry yet, boy? 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 I asked you a question, son. Are you hungry yet?
Sure am, sir.
That's better. But first, I got a little problem about them two little white girls. Would you mind helping me clear up a few details, Linus?
No, sir.
You go to that colored school, don't you? Learning all about how to read and write?
A little bit.
Learning, too, about that feeling all us men gets between our legs, I just bet. You don't have to tell me about it. Just got to know what happened to those little girls. That smells good. Hey, I don't believe you've had a bite to eat since this morning, have you, son?
That's right, Sheriff.
Well, the truth will make you feel better. I'll talk to you a minute. Now, son, I understand. I know that you didn't mean for anything bad to happen to those girls. You just got a peek at them. Ain't that the way it got started? Just a little peek?
Yes, sir.
Well, one thing led to another, and before you know it, everything gets out of control. Shoot, that could happen to any man.
Yes, sir. But I...
Right, son? I know what went on. We got all the evidence we need. So I just sketched things out for you, best I could. And I want you to read it over. The only thing missing is the stick that killed them. You know where it's at?
No, sir. Sure enough, don't.
Now, Linus, this is the truth, ain't it? I gotta know. Your mama's told you, I bet 1,000 times, about how you're not supposed to ever tell a lie. Ain't that so?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know how to sign your name, don't you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's a pen for you. Oh, wait. Let me help you, son. You unscrew it so you like that. Yeah, that's it. Then it'll make a nice black mark for you. Yeah. That's all. Yeah, that's right. Good boy. I hope you got a good appetite because we got ribs and fried chicken. That's what you're gonna get. Eat hard.
feeling better already.
It just don't seem like that boy could have done all what they said. You know, I've been searching high and low for that old case file. Only place I ain't looked is the footlocker. Daddy, please. Asking your permission, sir. I got to know what happened. Daddy, please. I've got to know what really happened.
The way I see it, you've got two choices. You put those bags on the hood of the car and hope they stay balanced long enough for you to get your car keys out. Or you can throw them up in the air and hope they stay up there long enough for you to get the door open.
I think I like this way best.
Good choice. Somebody was waiting for me outside the motel last night. I drove around the parking lot a couple of times, and they left.
Did you see who it was?
Oh, it was too dark. But I have got a sneaking suspicion that whoever killed those two little girls are still hanging around here somewhere. Cassie, I need a favor. My leave is almost up, and I'm having a hell of a time trying to get a look at a will.
You don't need me for that. Anything that's been through probate is on file at the clerk's office.
Well, this one isn't. It's been sealed.
You sure you know where you're going there, boy?
This is Luke Reddy's shop, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm sure. Luke Reddy?
Well, I've been hearing about you all week. You know, I hate the military. And I hate officers in the military. But more than anything, I hate... You put that all together in one package, what do you got?
You got your hands full.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you was a smart boy. Old Axe, hell, he's real impressive. Yeah, you sure got the drop on him, all right. Ain't gonna happen twice. Go on. Get over. Get over.
Oh, what is this? Now, what is this? Move! Now, you move your hand again, I'll kill you where you stand. You may be a smart boy, but you're a damn fool coming here.
Hey, Luke. If your brother went to the electric chair for a crime he didn't commit, what would you do? Huh?
Get even.
Uh-huh.
Now, what in the hell are you doing here?
You found that murder weapon in that tree branch?
That ain't no secret.
How big was it?
It was big and heavy. It was big enough to bash the brains of them two little white girls.
Was it too big for my brother Linus to hold?
Well, I never give that a lot of thought.
Well, T.J. seems to think it might have been.
Yeah, well, T.J.'s a damn fool, and he always has been.
Oh, yeah, well, what were you doing with him?
He bet me $1 I couldn't find it. Since nobody knew where it was supposed to be, we just went out there and we just got real lucky.
It was damn unlucky for my brother Linus, wasn't it?
Hey, Luke, what I want to know is, why the hell are you talking with this? And you never hear business before pleasure.
Oh! You shouldn't have done, old Axe.
If I find out you had something to do with my brother's murder, I'm coming back.
Ellaby.
I thought I'd look forward to this, but now I'm not so sure.
Maybe now you can understand why feelings were running so high against your brother.
I can understand why feelings were running so high, but there's no way that Linus could ever have done this. These two girls were raped. Their bodies were tossed around like a rag doll. Sue Ellen's neck was broken by a stranglehold. Someone held her up in the air with one hand. And a little boy weighing less than 80 pounds is supposed to have used a club half fist size. Damn it! What the hell's wrong with you people?
Jimmy, I'm sorry.
Won't bring Linus back.
My name is Linus Bragg. I'm 14 years and 3 months old. I can read and write.
Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. O my God, do I trust in thee. Let me not be ashamed. Let not mine enemies triumph over me. Yea, let none that wait on thee be ashamed.
How you coming there,
Let me be
Junior?
ashamed which transgress without cause. Show
How
me
long
thy
before?
ways, O Lord. Show me thy paths. Lead me in thy
Son,
truth.
you're gonna be seeing some things that may not set too well. When we get home, I got enough of that peach brandy for both of us.
According to thy mercy, remember thou me for thy goodness' sake, O Lord. This'll only last a moment. Think about it like you're leaping over a wide ditch. And when you land, you'll be in heaven.
Junior, I'll be jumping over a big ditch. Heaven's on the other side.
Is there anything you want to say? Any last words?
What is it, Junior? What's the matter?
and meet your neighbors. Come on out, boy. Come on. We're sorry we didn't get a chance to hang your damn brother, but I tell you what, since this is America, we'll let you take his place. Break it out. Let's go. I'm dry. I gotta go wet my whistle.
Linus, help me.
Bragg?
I didn't think you was gonna come.
That's where it happened, isn't it?
Yeah? You know what I told old man Crooks? Times have changed. Isn't that funny? Times have changed.
Last will and testament of Harrison Baines Campbell. Filed into probate May 27th, 1947. See, his wife preceded him in death, and so TJ was the only heir. He's apparently very disappointed in his son. He only left him the house and just enough money to get by. He also left $5,000 to Sheriff Hiram Stoker, and the same to Dexter Cody, and $1,000 in the lifetime occupancy of a shack to Elijah Crooks.
What happened to the rest of the money?
Oh, you never guess. He left the bulk of his estate, well over $100,000, to the NAACP.
No wonder he had this will sealed.
All right. Why'd he leave my granddaddy and Dexter Cody $5,000 apiece?
Hey, old sheriff. You keep watching them game shows, you're gonna turn into one. You know, as long as I can remember, Daddy, I've been troubled by what happened to that young boy. Now, with all due respect, sir, I am gonna need your help just one more time. Now, I know this is yours, Daddy, because I recognize the handwriting. It's all about the Ellaby murders. Now, I followed your investigation to right here. Then all of a sudden it stops. The page just got tore out. But damn, if I didn't find an imprint of your handwriting right here. But you taught me good. Because you know what I did? I took the pencil, I scratched over it just like you said, and then held it up to a mirror. And best as I can see, it says CK Camp Pos RCRD. Now I figure that the CK stands for check, and the Pos RCRD, possible criminal records of some of the people in one of the camps. You want that?
You see these marks here and there?
Bruises?
Well, that's where she was hit by the tree trunk, but what else? You see here on the neck and here on the back? Those aren't bruises, those are bite marks. And look at that irregularity.
Between the two front teeth?
Right. TJ's father didn't give a damn about black causes. He had that will sealed because he felt guilty about something.
Where are you going?
TJ. Your father would be very proud of you.
I don't suppose we could work something out.
You mean some sort of financial arrangement? So don't tell anybody about this little slideshow?
Something along them lines.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of the Ellaby murders. Besides, your father already gave most of his money to the NAACP.
That doesn't prove anything.
No, it doesn't. But your irregular front tooth does. You never did get a look at the autopsy pictures, did you? See that? It's right there in black and white. Look at it! When you bit that little girl on the shoulder, remember? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your father had to make several financial arrangements about that one, didn't he?
Never meant for it to happen. That thing with your brother. You thought he'd get 5-10 years hard labor.
Well, he died. So you could live.
That's right.
Same with old Dex, Elijah. Now you. Don't try it.
What I got to lose?
Jimmy, drop it. Drop the gun. The other one.
Not yet.
What's the matter with you, Junior? Can't you see he broke in here, tried to kill me?
I don't want to shoot you, Jimmy.
Dare you shoot me? I'll shoot him.
What? Whose side you on?
He murdered those 2 girls.
I know that.
You realize what you're saying, Junior? You better talk to your daddy about all this.
Jimmy, put the gun down and let the law take its course.
That's already been tried. It was an election year.
Jimmy, I'm asking you to trust me. Please.
Well, you really haven't been going there. I actually thought that you believed him.
I do, TJ. It's all over. Finally.
I guess it is.
So soon?
I can't say I'm sorry to be leaving.
Can't say we're sorry to see you go. Jimmy? I'm not asking for anything. I don't want forgiveness. I just feel you had a right to know that, I was the last person your brother ever saw. I was there when they killed him. Linus looked at me with those eyes. Just before they put that mask down over his face. I knew he didn't do it. But I was 14 years old. And my father couldn't be wrong. I wish I could bring him back, Jimmy.
You're not going to end up in those archives for the next 60 years, are you?
No. I'm not going to abandon Crawfordville either.
Hey, thanks for your help.
I hope you come back again someday. This poor old place could use all the help it could get. He'll ever come back here?
I don't know if we can take it.